Let's freaking go! I'm FuFuCuddilyPoof, and this is level 115 of Achievement Hunting 101. If you are watching live with us, then this guy right here is Big L.
That's me, a Big L.
This guy right here is KooshMoose.
Hello.
And this guy right here is rawkerdude 5012.
What up?
All right. This is exciting. I haven't done this in a while. I actually feel a little bit of a rookie right now. It's been a while since I've been on.
Yeah, so how old's a kid?
All right, I guess we can jump right into that. Yeah, that kid's not born yet. And let me turn my volume
And Zordon
off.
is pinging you right now.
Actually, no, that was broke.
Wait, the chat is saying they can't hear you, Foof.
Oh, my goodness. All right, how about now?
Kenny is quiet.
We're doing it live.
Oh, man.
Kenny now decent. Doubt.
All right, good. I'm decent. Covering up. Sooner or later, we're going to get this right. This is the testing stages of all this. But yes, like Corey was referring to, if you for those that I have on Facebook, you will have seen that Brooke and I did a gender reveal on Saturday, and it turns out we are having a boy.
Woo!
So
no
all of you that
natural
voted girl.
Blue.
No natural
You are
like
wrong.
fires started from this, right?
No, we didn't start any fires. We're not those kind of people.
From what I remember, Nate and I definitely guessed that you were having a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was team girl.
I'm pretty sure you all guessed girl.
I'm pretty sure I don't remember.
We flipped a coin, and that's it.
Well, that's exciting, man. I'm happy for you
I
and Brooke.
appreciate it. We are both very excited. And we are pretty much set on the name of Oliver. So,
And
Baby
Oliver
Oliver.
already has more gamer score than you do.
how did I actually know that was going to come? Don't.
Too easy.
I know what I said. Don't. I know it. I know what you're thinking.
I mean, you do know you set him up for the joke, though, right? Oliver.
I know I did.
I know, right? There's a twist with that joke.
Oh, so much. I'm sorry.
I just
All
got that.
Oh, thank you, Mental. Thank you. I played some games with Mental Knight last night, actually.
Oh, did you?
And by some
I don't
games, I
believe
mean
you.
one game.
What game was that?
We played Ultimate Ski Jumping 2020.
I wanted to buy that. How is that?
Didn't we talk about that last time I was on? I'm pretty sure we did.
Well, you should have bought it.
That was
It
like a month ago.
There's an
I
achievement.
know
for
it's been a
playing
month
it.
ago.
There's an achievement for playing an online game.
So you bought it after Mental begged you to boost it with him, right?
Maybe.
That sounds
Wanted a
about right.
friend.
Yeah. I was propositioned, but
Oh.
I do.
Look at
Wait a
you.
minute, Mental. You didn't tell me you were two timing me. There's an achievement for playing an online game. That's a 2 ratio, so it's 50 gamer score. It's 50 TAD just for getting in the game. That's it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, online game.
Wow, that's
People
great
don't
for
play
G-Task.
online. It is good for G-Task. Yeah, Mental Knight was pretty cool. We did our thing, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, the dog did my homework," and then he ran out of the party.
Well, he was tired of you telling him to go play a real game.
3 months of Fraffle. Let's do it. Raffle. Peter,
that's
we are
Corey's
not allowed
thing.
to. We are not allowed to talk about my microwave. It's not an adult's stream. It's teens only.
What?
Because if you mention my microwave again, I might have to say something.
This going live thing has thrown Elle for a loop.
Yeah.
I was kind
Oh,
of
are we
half
doing a real
joking when I
podcast?
said,
Yeah,
"Come
reading
derail
the chat does not
derail
make
us."
for the best audio podcast, but
Oh, man. See, this is why you need to come follow us on Twitch, twitch.com/AH101. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to us. It helps us out, and it's free to you. All right. Plugs over.
Kenny, they said your shirt is backward.
It is backwards.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Ah, shoot, stupid camera.
And you don't know how to dress yourself, fuck says.
Here. No, I can't turn it backwards.
We don't have to make this an audio podcast, do we? This is fun.
Oh, man. Okay, this is going to be great for the audio podcast. I don't know how much of this I'm going to have to edit out. So let's actually get going with the game showcase. Nate, what have you been doing?
Oh, yes. So what have I been doing? I played a new game to me today called Lumini or Lumini or Lumini. I don't know.
Lumini.
So this was on sale last week, and I think it released. Oh, no, released in January of 2020. So this has been out for a little while. But it was just on sale last week. It was $5 down from 10, and I figured I like this. So I picked it up. And it's called, or it's labeled as a puzzle on TA, and I would say that's wrong. It is more like, kind of like Echo the Dolphin meets, I want to say Embers of Miram.
Okay. I'm lost.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody would get that. Okay. I know someone out there, right? Someone out there probably knows what I'm talking about, at least one of those games.
I know the games, but I have not played them, so I have absolutely no idea what you're trying to get at.
And kind of maybe also cross a little bit with Pikmin. So you're controlling more than one character at a time. Think of it as like Carrion too. You are controlling like a stream of these flying fish. And they, like Pikmin, I think you have 4 different colors, and each one of those has a different power. You start off with purple. Purple basically has no powers and is boring, but can stun people with their special ability button. As you progress to these new checkpoints, you're going to be picking up a new color of flying fish. And each color that you pick up has those different special abilities. I think the next one you get is blue, and blue has a dash ability. And then the next one is red, and red has an explosive stun, you'll at that point actually be able to kill enemies that are trying to stop you. And then the fourth one you get is the yellow one, and the yellow one has like an electricity type thing that helps you pick up these little things, look like little dandelions or puffballs.
Dandelion.
And I think the other ability allows you to see through walls, so you can find hidden items that help you to level up your flying fish or get collectibles that are good for an achievement. You have to get 5 of them. So it's a very relaxing game. It says puzzler, but there's just a couple of sections throughout the levels where you basically have switch puzzles. And it reminds me of Embers of Miram in the fact that you can split your swarm in 2 ways. So the puzzles will eventually basically just involve you having half of your swarm on one switch, moving the other one with the right stick over to the second switch, and then maybe daisy chaining that. So just kind of like going from left to right and kind of moving the swarms around to open different puzzles to get you through a door. It's not very complicated. So the puzzle aspect is not that great. It's more of a chill exploration with minor combat. I wouldn't even call it combat. It's so simple. It looks like it's going to take about 3 to 4 hours, and I haven't really listened to the music too much, but the game looks better than it should. For like a $10 game, for a $10 game, the intro to it looks really good. Like there's like a whole bunch of storytelling just through like cave paintings, and then you get to a section where a gem starts to fall, and then you're just kind of following it down, and just the graphics are really good for this value. So I was a little surprised.
I'm looking at the screenshots. This looks like a U game.
Yeah, I'm worried that I may have locked myself out of 1 or 2 achievements, and I'll have to go back and play it a second time. One of the achievements is to play again in hard mode, but really all that means is start the game in hard mode, which is only available after you've completed the game, and then basically the achievement pops right after that. So I think I probably have another 2 hours in this game, assuming I haven't locked myself out of anything and have to do a full second run. But yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty relaxing, no pressure gaming. And you might want to check it out.
All right.
Not a puzzler though. I don't get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what would you call it then? If it's not a puzzler?
It's clearly a platformer. Clearly.
I mean, that's what it kind of looks like from the screenshots. I didn't watch a video.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's as much of a platformer as Carrion is. Take that for what you will. I don't know. I would call it action, I guess.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a puzzle game to me.
No.
But if L.A. Noire is a puzzle game, everything is.
Well, I mean, I guess that's not a good reason to make L.A. Noire a puzzle.
Yeah, sure. It has some puzzles
in it.
So does Zelda.
Yeah. I mean, because then at that rate, everything's an RPG, because everything has some sort of an RPG element to it nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see Corey may have played a platformer.
Well, it's about time we get to him.
I played a hard as balls platformer.
You can't say balls here.
Tough as nails. How about that? And it is about time. I played Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. This game just came out this past Friday, and it is a full-priced game, so $60. This is compared to the trilogy, the remake that came out like 2 years ago, that I think is only $40. It might be $60, but it's 3 games. And so this is a reboot of the series / sequel. It is a direct continuation from Crash Bandicoot 3. So we're talking like more than 2 decades gap here.
At least.
I'm actually interested in, because I don't remember the story that much of Crash, and so I'm interested. I'm gonna go watch some videos of the old games probably, because I don't really have time to go play them and get that story. One, they're hard, and 2, I just would rather get the information now. But Crash 4 is like, this is top tier platforming that you could be playing right now, and it's a 3D platformer, so it's automatically tough. And just being in the Crash world, you know it's going to be tough. So I do actually think that this is probably the hardest Crash game ever made. I also think that it's the most accessible Crash game ever made. And I have some notes on it. So let me pull those up.
So I looked it up real quick while you're pulling them up. Crash Warped came out in 1998, so it's been 22 years.
Right.
And I'll also say I didn't know that the games had one continuous story. I thought each were it's just its own thing, and it's just Crash.
Yeah. So what did you say? 98 was the last one?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot Warped came out in 1998.
Okay, so I was, like 9 years old at that time. So yeah, I definitely don't remember the story to those.
I was 7.
I do remember, some of the bad guys and whatnot, but I don't remember like what their gist was, other than to take over the world or something like that. And I'm particularly interested as this game introduces some of those characters, which I've seen before, but like I don't remember like their purpose. Specifically, there's another Bandicoot called Tanya. I remember seeing her, but I don't remember like what she did. And in this game, not only do they make an appearance, you actually get to play as them. So you have your typical play as Crash or Coco from the beginning, but there are other allies, I'll say, that come into the story, and they have their own set of levels, and they control completely different. So it's like you're playing a different game. Now these allies aren't like my favorite to control, but luckily their levels are few and far between. And I think they still do a good job for like kind of the first time you get to play as them, that I recall. And so if they were to make a Crash 5, this is one area that I would want to see improved on their specific playstyles if they're going to continue that. So that's pretty cool. You get to play as other characters in their own set of levels. But back to a statement I said before with the accessibility of this game. Now, in the old Crashes, you had to grind lives. You had to collect the Wumpa fruits. You get 100. You get an extra life. Yes. You had to do different things to get these lives up, because otherwise you run out of lives, and you can continue, but you have to start at the beginning of the level. In Crash 4, you are prompted at the beginning to play in retro mode or in modern mode, and they actually recommend modern mode, and that's what I've been playing. The rewards are the same on each mode. The only difference is the self-appreciation you give yourself for playing on a harder mode, which is retro mode. And what modern mode does is it takes away your lives. You don't even have to worry about them. You just have infinite lives. You always spawn at the latest checkpoint, no matter what. And that in and of itself just makes this very much more approachable by anybody, really. I know a lot of people are probably put off by the lives limit. I know I was, even like on the first Crash, there's a bridge level. Fufu knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep, I know.
I've wasted over 100 lives on that level, and I'm probably still stuck at it. I haven't been back to it in a long time, and so this mode would help with that. Not only do you not have to worry about game overs and starting from the beginning after wasting so much time on a level, I've noticed that if you die continuously, it will start to like add a checkpoint that wasn't there. So that I was surprised by that one.
That's actually really, really appealing.
One of the things that the old Crash did was like if you died a bunch, if you had enough lives, it would start giving you one of the masks, which the masks are basically a shield. I don't recall if it did this.
Ooga, ooga.
This one, if you keep doing it, it'll give you a mask, and if you keep even further not being able to pass that section, it'll give you a second mask too. I never got past that where I needed another one. But that's another way that this game is accessible. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's actually really nice, because that is one of the things I haven't put as much time into. The Crash Insane trilogy, because it's just so frustrating. It's remarkable that 10-year-old Kenny was ever able to beat those games. I almost have broken another controller on them.
I think they made them harder somehow, or changed the hitbox or something.
I don't know. It is remarkably difficult.
Yeah,
there was a few times where I just had to put it up.
Yeah, one other way that I've noticed, at least in this game, is they put a shadow reticle. I guess is the right word. Reticle. Reticle.
I hardly knew her. Cool.
So they put a reticle underneath your character, so that will help you land your jumps, which is everything in this game, and even that is an optionable thing. Yes, I just made up that word, optionable. So you can make it on retro mode. You can turn off your shadow, and so you can just prove to yourself and your friends that you are the king, but you don't have to do that. Achievements aren't affected or anything like that.
Absolutely not. I'm not going for showboat mode.
Right.
If I play this.
What else? So normal Crash games consist of usually like a hub island or hub world with a very linear level, like Donkey Kong Country style overworld, and this one's no different. Each level is highly detailed, has its own soundtrack. Everything looks so great, good. and they vary between worlds. The levels vary super differently. Like we're talking like dinosaurs in one time to like a New Orleans Mardi Gras type theme another time. And they each have their own music to match, and it's really good. And each one is like no more than 4, maybe 5 levels. So like they don't overstay their welcome. And then the enemies are changing with those as well.
That's kind of sounds like how Crash Warped was, or Crash 3. Like, by any chance, have you noticed the ratio on this game?
So the ratio is extremely high. Nobody's beaten the game yet. So there is that. There's actually a couple of achievements that nobody's got. One is the earn all platinum time trials, and the other one is watch the 106% bonus ending. I'm actually really surprised to see 2 people have unlocked some other insanely hard levels or hard achievements. So I don't plan on completing this game, but I am having fun with it. And that's part of, I think that's part of Crash in general. And this one I think does even a better job of it, but like it is very, very hard. But it's not super demotivating to you. Like if you die, it's like, okay, I did that. That was on me. And you always feel satisfied when you get past a level. This game does a fantastic job of making you feel that way. And so there is that. But yeah, the ratios are pretty high at the moment. Like, it's been out less than a week, and all that. But
there's 12,000 TA in this game. It's a 12.2 ratio right now.
Right,
it's insane.
It's brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new. That does help with that. I actually busted. I got it. I didn't really get it early. I got it the Thursday evening. But I went through the entire story. Well, I think most of it, like 95% of the story. And before the weekend was over, I kind of stopped because of G-Tasks, because I did notice that they were extremely high ratio, and I needed to kind of cruise into G-Tasks a little
smart
colder than I needed to. So I didn't want to come in too hot with that. And I've already felt it a little bit, and so there's definitely some easy stuff I can still get. I just kind of wanted to see that simmer down a little bit. But the last thing I do want to mention about Crash is that it offers so much content. Like, you don't only have the levels to go and then redo and get your platinum, get all the boxes and stuff like that. There's also an inverted mode, which I haven't played yet. So I think that's just going to put a different spin on the levels so you can do, it makes them harder. And there's also flashback levels. These are levels that you unlock by playing the normal levels, and you have to collect a tape in those levels, like a VHS tape. But that is only collectible if you get to it without dying first. So there's a challenge to unlock the level.
Wow.
And then these levels so far have been specifically the 2D style Crash platforming only challenges. And so they are very tough. They are very platform skill based levels. And all that stuff's optional, so you can get through the story no problem. The harder stuff is optionable, and it all has its own achievements. It's a real word.
It is now.
And all that. So yeah, I'm highly enjoying Crash. I think I don't like 3D platformers a lot because they piss me off. This one is top tier. I'll recommend it to anybody if you like Crash.
Jump
definitely.
into it. I definitely want to play this.
How far do you think you're going to go?
Achievement
time
wise,
trials? Yeah.
How far will you go?
I'll get like the majority of the achievements, but that might just be like 51%. I will likely not go through and get all the platinum stuff.
You don't want to complete it?
Oh, I would like to, but I know my own skill level here, and I'm not going to bang my head against the wall.
I feel that.
Time trials are just something I don't like in general, and these are going to be very hard time trials. Very hard.
I like that self-appreciation mode.
Self-appreciation mode?
Yeah. It sounds like something I want to check out.
Did I say that?
You said self-enjoyment or self-appreciation?
I'm just making up all kinds of words.
Yeah.
He's excited. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, if you do want to if you do want to catch some gameplay of it, you did stream it the other night, so you can check
I
that
did.
out.
I streamed it last week. I won't stream it again this week, or probably another week unless I don't have anything to play. But that's not looking likely.
And all the screenshots look great, but I just don't think that's
so beautiful,
right? That can't be in game.
It's.
Are you talking about on TA?
Like there's one. Yeah, there's one more. Okay, well maybe that's in game. Yeah.
The game looks beautiful, and the cutscenes are great too.
Looks a little bit like Ratchet and Clank.
I don't really play Ratchet and Clank, but I can tell you it's better than Ratchet and Clank.
How?
I know.
Oh, you just started something.
Nate. Say it.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah.
I mean, Crash
Clank's
came
amazing.
before Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, not really.
Rank.
I mean, like it came out first, but
Now, Secret Agent Clank, I'll give you.
Bado. I will agree with Corey though. Yeah. Elle, let's kick it to you. You got some.
Oh man, I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to talk about. Right.
As opposed to any other week.
I'm usually pretty quiet and
Short.
spoken. So this week they had the Hall of Fame punch card, where if you punch the card, you can get 10,000 points by
what did
getting
the card
gamer
do to
score.
You? Why'd you punch it?
Kenny, you're lucky we are live right now.
I'm working on my dad jokes.
I will stop this card.
You cannot censor me right now, so just remember. So,
Do you want me to get that beep ready?
so actually, my son and I have been playing a lot of Rocket League together, and he wanted to get the Rocket Pass, and I'm like, ugh. All right, this is good timing. The Rocket Pass is $10, so he saw the Hall of Fame card. He said, "Dad, I want to play some rats." I said, "What?"
What?
Yeah, he knows all about them rats. So he played Full Blast. He played Jack and Jill DX, and he played Iron Snout. And he even brought up the Maka walkthrough to play Blind Men, the visual novel.
Okay.
Yeah. He remembered me doing it, and he knew that was like a 5-minute completion. So yeah,
Oh, man.
he really
You know
wanted this
what?
Rocket Pass.
You just gave me an idea.
I get what, to get 10,000 points on all your alts? Yeah, do
yeah.
it.
That's the idea.
I was gonna say
That actually is a good idea.
It works. You can do it. Yeah.
How much is that gift card, Nate?
I believe it is $10.
There we go.
you go.
Yeah, whatever it is. And then there was 500 more points for getting 5 achievements. So yeah, there's some good punch cards going on right now. And there was another punch card for getting the Rocket Pass. You get 2,500 more points. So lots of punch cards, lots of free points, lots of free money. So with that all said, another game we decided to play a game as a family called Paperbound Brawlers, which is a 4-player party game in which you brawl. Yeah,
Makes
very
sense.
Exciting.
Pretty sure they just call those fighting games.
Fighting.
What makes it a party game?
This game has less characters than Super Smash Brothers, but it's just as deep.
That still means that there could be 150 characters. Smash Bros. Has so many.
You have a melee button, and you can throw scissors, and you can throw ink bombs, and that's about it. So yeah, just as
Sounds
deep
great.
as Super Smash Brothers.
Did you enjoy the game? I did not enjoy the game.
Well, as a real game with 4 people, which was my son and my wife and my daughter, who was yelling that she was losing, it was a good time.
I actually have not completed the game because
I noticed
don't
that.
have 3 other bodies.
Well, you only really need maybe 1 helper. I mean, you could do it alone, but you gotta. The way the achievements work is they know that something's up. It's very weird. So if you have the other 3 controllers doing something, then they'll pop. But if you have them sitting there idle, then the achievements won't pop. It's very weird.
That's
So
a
you can
lot of extremities that need to be
Challenge
doing stuff.
accepted.
You can rubber band the analog sticks, but yeah, or I saw some solutions people use their feet, and yes, other extremities.
Yeah, that's
If you
weird.
do this, please stream it.
I will say one positive thing about the game that every other game should do: all 4 profiles logged in got achievements. It was not host only, so anybody doing anything could get achievements. So
That's nice.
It's good for that alt account idea
It was,
we were
yes,
just talking
exactly.
about.
So my son and wife and daughter may have all gotten completions on this game. And it's worth like 1,100 TA, so it was good for the first week of G-Test too. It was worth 100 TAD for a pretty easy game.
This looks nothing how I thought it would. Being a
It's just a
fighting game.
4-player. It's kind of like It's kind of like Dad Beat Dads or any of these 4-player games where the object is to beat up your family and friends. And there's a King of the Hill mode. There's a Capture the Flag mode. Yeah.
Got soccer, it looks like.
I was just about to say, is that a soccer one?
There's all kinds of crazy stuff. And for $10, I don't know. I would probably get it for $5.
Did I miss something? Did you not tell me that? Well, I don't want to steal your thunder. You keep going, and I will have a question at the end, sir.
Go ahead. Oh, yes. I know where you're going with this.
No, yes, you do.
There are some special characters in this game. The people from Monaco are in this game, as well as Juan from Guacamelee. Sold?
Sold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had some bad crossover games here lately.
Who's saying it was bad? Is that you, Rocker?
He's talking about the other fighting game that I just
Bounty Battle.
Bounty Battle.
Yeah, that's because that has Dead Cells in it.
Yeah, Rocker, you should be able to complete this game.
It has the human from Dead Cells.
Oh man, this guy holds a grudge.
That's the callback.
Like Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oof.
Love you, Fufu. It's good to have you back.
I can just feel the love right now.
Kenny, have you been playing anything?
So, I have.
He's had a month off. I hope so.
Well, I've had quite a busy month. I've honestly just been playing games for fun. The F word.
Okay.
I haven't really played anything new. I don't know if you guys ever get into that mindset or position or a word that I can't think of, but it's like I just don't want to play anything new. I haven't really wanted to play like a story game. Like I kind of want to play some of the new Assassin's Creeds that I haven't played yet, or go back and finish one or something like that, or something story driven. But then I sit down in my recliner and I go, screw it. I just want to play something fun. I don't feel like diving into anything. I don't want to pay attention. Like I just turn the mind off and just relax. So I know I shouldn't say we. You guys have talked about it a lot, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I have loved.
I remember that game.
That has been so much fun.
That was a fun 2 weeks.
Yeah. You guys, we used to play that a whole bunch until we started playing the next game I was going to mention that has completely taken over, Rocket League. That has been amazing jumping back into that game. Like, I've always liked Rocket League, but it's never been that game for me where I could just get on and play by myself. I always need to have friends. And we've been getting parties together. And Corey, I know you've at least been streaming a few times when you're finished, like with Crash, what other game. It has just been so much fun. Like, you and I were in the one game a couple of weeks ago, and I think we started playing. No, we cut our Zoo Tycoon sessions off early, started playing Rocket League with like Prue, Michelle, and a few others. And we started playing at like 11 o'clock. And the next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. And I'm like, oh God, I got to go to bed. And we just spent 4 hours playing Rocket League, dying, laughing, having so much fun. It was great.
And those Taco Bell codes and then went to bed, right?
Mike pitch.
I don't think Taco Bell thing was out yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think that's something that we're all quote unquote guilty of here lately, except for Koosh. He doesn't play for fun.
What?
Because we have,
Koosh. You've been missing
it. It's mostly been Rocket League and Among Us.
Yes, and Among Us too. That's been the
Among
other game
Us,
that's
as
been
the
taking
kids
us.
call it. Right. So, I mean, I think it's just that time of year, and unfortunately, G-Task has started, so that will probably die down a little bit. But yeah, you got to play for fun every now and then.
Yeah,
it's been great.
So yeah, since the Rocket Pass came out, people have been playing even more. So even the people that completed the game still have other tasks and challenges to go for.
But even that is limiting because we're used to playing private matches, and now you have to play online matches.
Last night we either accidentally or on purpose found a way around that. We split up into 2 groups of 4 playing against randos, and then someone realized that if a rando leaves and it's replaced by a bot, and then you go to join their game, you will wind up on the other team of that.
So you have to get lucky.
Right, but then all the bots, and then once we realized that, then they intentionally did a blowout so everyone else would leave, and then we all got in the same game.
That's a wonderful workaround.
The only thing is that obviously you have to stay in the same teams throughout the night, but we did, and
did you ever try searching in the same like in East Asia region or something?
I mean,
the lag would
good
be
luck
terrible,
with that. Good luck.
I mean, the game did go free to play, and I know it's like booming everywhere.
People.
So
over 1 million.
That's a good workaround you found.
Yeah, so you need to go to Oceanic region.
I don't even know if I would want to play over there, to be honest.
But yeah, we done private matches, and now we kind of gone away from that a little bit and stayed in the same party with 2 different groups of 3 or two different groups of 4.
So, question: when it comes to Rocket League, I haven't even completed a game yet. Like Rocket League for me is solely a game for fun. What exactly is the Rocket Pass? Like I know it's the Battle Pass, and you get free stuff for spending however much money is it, but is it basically just more challenges to get more skins and whatnot?
So
yes.
Everybody has access to the Rocket Pass. You pay for Rocket Pass Premium, and basically once you level up, you then move to the next tier is what they call it. Well, with the free version, like every 5 tiers or so, you get an item, but in the premium version, every tier gets something, and that could be a new boost or a new goal, or sometimes even a body of a car. So it's worth it if you're going to complete it, which I think is technically up to tier 70, level 70. Because if you do that, I think, is this how it used to work? I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers, but in those tiers, you also get the in-game currency back. And so you can actually, if you do enough, get enough credits back so you can do the next Rocket Pass. And so you only have to pay for it once that way. And it will, it will buy itself. But essentially, you're just getting cosmetics.
MVP says 90.
Is it level 90? Okay. Yeah. So
I trust him. He's been playing nonstop.
I did it at the beginning of the year from January to March that season. And I think I hit the max. Well, not the max level, because after you hit 90, you can keep going and you'll just get more customizations with different colors and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure I did that within 2 of 3 months, or it may have been 3.5 to 4 months. But
yeah, I remember you talking about that.
That's all it is cosmetics for the game.
Yeah, I know that is the one thing about Rocket League is all of their stuff to unlock is solely cosmetic. It doesn't actually affect the game any.
Right. And you do get, you did mention challenges. If you pay for premium, you get access to more challenges than the free people. But that's it. It's just a fun game, and it's a way to kind of get something out of it, because private matches are good and fun, but to me, they eventually, it's like what am I doing? You're not ranking up, you're not getting anything, you're just playing to play, which it's fun and fine. I like to get something out of what I'm doing.
Right. Well, best thing about Rocket League, Chip is better than Peru.
Wow.
Oh.
Things
that'll
that
be fun in the Discord
aren't
tomorrow.
True.
Or Thursday. Nate, tell me about Bartlow's Dread Machine.
Wow.
Okay. So if you follow our YouTube channel, you may have already seen the Bartlow's Dread Machine review that we put up.
Nice job on
Watch
that.
it.
Well, yeah, thank you. And thank you to Rocker for doing all the technical bits.
You're quite welcome, sir.
I just did the play and the reading bits and the speaking into a microphone bits. So this game, we talked about this a while back when we first saw that ID sizzle reel, I want to say at the beginning of the year. And this was my number 1 game pick that I was super excited about. And I am still very happy with this game. So if you don't know anything about Bartlow's Dread Machine, the whole idea is that you're playing inside of an old-timey arcade cabinet. Now, old-timey, so old-timey that there's no circuitry or screens. Everything is real. So the character is made out of tin. The background could be made out of tin or wood or whatever. And the way your character moves through the level is on a pole that's slid through these channels on the game board.
Looks
and
so
you have
good.
You have full control over this, and everything in the game. They've gone big. They kept everything inside the motif of this physical arcade game. So even when they are telling you story bits, where normally you would just have like a little bubble on the screen, and you would be reading, and blah 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 said blah, and they stole the president. We gotta go get them. It's done in like Price is Right toggles. So that text is written on a little piece of wood, and then that wood flips forward, and then the next paragraph, and then it flips forward in the next line or next paragraph. So everything is done within the context of a physical machine. When you collect your pickups, they stick up outside of the track. So you kill a bad guy, he drops a bag of money, and that money is on a stick in the channel. And if you don't get to it in time, it drops below the channel, and you can still see it there, but you can't pick it up. You just kind of run over it. So it's like everything in this is done through physical means. And the monsters, the bosses, there's a lot of bosses in this game. They are also mechanical. They may not be tied to the same restrictions you are in terms of moving through the channels and things. They're bigger. They're more, piece sets or action sets. And it's very cool. You can upgrade. I think you get, as you progress through, I think you get upgrades to your weapon, meaning your weapon does more damage and things like that, and you have more health. But you can also, with all that money, you can buy enhancements. You can buy gear that will allow you to earn more money, give you more health, allow you to have an extra life, things like that. You can only have one item in a slot at a time, and you can have a hat, pants, jacket, and then you can pick an extra gun. By default, you'll have a gun that never runs out of ammo, but it's not very powerful. Then you'll have
I thought it did run out of ammo.
The very first gun I don't think does. The little pea shooter.
Yeah, I thought it did, because there are ammo things even on the first level, but maybe that's just there for replay purposes.
It either doesn't run out of ammo, or it's just got a huge clip size.
Right.
Then your second gun. Okay, so the very first gun you start with is like a rifle. And if you pick, the base guy or girl, and that has, I think, like 100, 150 shots. If you go back one, you have like a little pea shooter gun, like Men in Black style, the Cricket, but it's not as powerful as the Cricket. And I think that one was unlimited. And then you have a third weapon slot, which you can pick. Do I want a shotgun? Do I want a cannon? Well, if you bought it, you can put it in that slot, and that's the only one you have. As you're playing through the game, you unlock special characters, and you can't use them right away. But if you start a new game, you can play with them, and they have a different starting weapon. So in that way, you could get different guns. I guess you get 2 special guns that way. But the game is super cool. I love the music. It's like you're listening to some like Western piano when you're playing the game. You're listening to some ragtime. Very cool. It just has a ton of atmosphere, and the game is great. Most people may not like it for $15, but I think it's pretty good. If it goes on sale, I would definitely recommend this, and you will hear me recommend this when it does go on sale. So,
yeah,
it looks fantastic.
I also played a little bit of it. I've got some of the footage for the video review we did, and yeah, it is a fun time. I'm looking forward to going back to it.
I said I wouldn't do another review, but I basically just reviewed it. The game is great.
Still go watch a review on YouTube.
Yeah, it's super fun.
So you said you can get pants?
You can get pants. Yes.
Do you think I'm wearing pants right now?
I hope.
Please don't stand up.
I really hope.
We're live on Twitch. You're gonna mess this up.
I forgot about that.
So no potty breaks.
Hence the no pants.
But yeah, back to the game. It really does look fantastic. If you haven't watched any gameplay of it, just go check it out. If you like shoot 'em ups, it's different. I feel like this is something that a lot of people, even if it's not necessarily up their alley, you would like it just because it's it's different. It's a different type of game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That's a different game.
That is a different game. All right, last game for the showcase. L, what about Elena Temple?
Oh man, you saved the best for last. This game is freaking amazing. Who has played this game?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Played a little.
I've done it.
Corey's done it.
It's okay.
Wow. I'm going to guess Corey has used a guide for this game and did himself a disservice.
Most definitely.
I was talking with Mental Knight. He did the same thing. What's wrong with you people?
Why wouldn't I use a guide?
Because the whole fun of the game is to traverse the caverns as Elena Temple, who is the successor to Lara Croft and Uncharted Dude and Indiana Jones and Roseanne Barr. Oh my God, all these famous explorers. So you go through.
Wait,
and what?
Nothing. Never mind. Continue.
Don't question
Don't
it.
stop me.
So
So
God.
So, Corey, did you play this game before the definitive edition came out?
Yes.
So it was just the first game and that was it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I just played it recently, and you can get every time you beat a game, you can unlock modifiers. But I believe the double jump was available from the start, which of course makes this game a
Metrovania.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly right. So I will admit to doing the thing where you jump out of the level and you go forward, and it makes it so you beat the game. So you get one of the medals basically for beating the game in a fast time. So they made it even easier to do because you used to kind of have to wall jump off the wall, but they gave you a double jump. So makes it even easier. So yeah, there's all these medals you have to get by doing it in a fast time, no deaths, exploring all the rooms. And as you explore all the rooms, you'll find there's all the coins you have to find, and you kill all the enemies. So I went in order of the games. What I wish I did was did the third game first, because in the third game, you could unlock the Rhino armor, in which you cannot get killed and cannot get hurt. So if you jump out of the stage, you find that in the hidden area, and you could just go breeze through all the games without getting hurt. But it's still fun to do it, even with the invincibility on, because you just explore and have fun. And the way the game is presented is also really awesome. You can switch between the Game Boy version, the Game Boy Advance version, the MS-DOS, the Apple II, the Commodore 64, and they have all the different color palettes, and I think the Spectrum also.
You're just saying words now.
Koosh, you would like this game.
Oh, does it have the 3D Game Boy?
There is no Virtual Boy.
Oh, there's no Virtual Boy.
No, you'd be seeing red if they were had that.
I got that reference.
Fug, what have you been playing lately? That this game is not really awesome. This game is awesome. And it's a type of game that, even though it's not a utility game, it is not a quick 1 hour game. It's like 4 to 6 hours, but it's still great. Oh, Mad Max, meh.
4 to 6. TA says 2 to 3.
Well, that might just be the base game. I don't know.
It probably is. I just wanted to throw that out.
Yeah, there was a title update. That's what Elle's talking about, the definitive edition.
Yeah, so the developer added the definitive edition and made the game even easier and added another 1,000 gamer score. I don't know how he was allowed to do that, how that works. It's worth 2,000.
Don't question
now.
more gamer score.
I'm not questioning it. It's awesome. And
it's
a title update, and since it's a title update, it's worth even more TA. So
yeah,
it's got 400 TAD.
If you haven't done it and you're in G-Task, then you're doing G-Task wrong.
It was a great first week game to complete. All right, well, I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'm the only one.
Probably.
I think Elroy liked it too. from what I remember.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an Elroy game.
Oh yeah, there's a guide. It's easy.
Yeah, and there's a cheat right at the beginning that lets you get to the end. So yeah.
Yeah, but you still have to play it.
Oh, well, that don't sound fun. Maybe when there's console commands.
And you don't have to. Well, damn it.
But Elroy does like those old school type games, and this is definitely an old school type game.
Like,
so.
you can cheat and still go throughout without using the maps and stuff. You can figure out some of that stuff on your own. So you can meet the game halfway.
Yeah.
Try it, Kenny.
I honestly... Okay, so I'm just looking on TA, and I'm seeing all the screenshots and whatnot. This does not look like a Kenny game whatsoever.
No, you don't even need to worry about it.
Kenny, don't play this game. Koosh, play this game.
One day. Yeah, I'll get back to it.
Speaking of Mad Max, that Fug just mentioned in the chat, are you still playing that?
Oh my gosh. So when you guys were talking about playing games for fun, that's pretty much all I have been doing now that I've gotten my my scrap camps are done. I've got my 2,500 scrap from them. I only screwed it up one time. That cost me basically a day. But yeah, I'm done with that. And I'm actually playing the game and having a ton of fun with it. And that's why it's been hard to squeeze in other games to talk about, because I talked about Mad Max like 2 weeks ago, and I don't want to rehash that. But maybe back then I was just talking I was probably just talking about the scrap camp stuff 2 weeks ago, and I haven't really talked about the game proper. But yeah, so the combat I think I mentioned was like Arkham kind of crossed with Assassin's Creed, so it's kind of like in the middle of them. That's fine. Once you can start completing camps and completing tasks and lowering threat levels, it allows you to upgrade your car even more, and you get the awesome weapon that is the Thunderpoon. Now the Thunderpoon,
what?
Yes, the Thunderpoon. Isolate that, is basically a rocket launcher, and you're just shooting kind of your harpoon that now has an explosive tip on it, and you can basically blow up cars, and you can blow up gates and things like that, and scarecrow towers, that are farther away. Whereas before you had that, you had to basically run into things to do damage to them, or shoot them with your shotgun. An effective tactic was to shoot out the tires of a car if they were too hard to smash. You would just shoot out their tire, and then the driver would get out and then you'd kill them. The game is great. It really is great. I am surprised that it did not get much attention when it was newer. It's a lot of fun, and if you want that completion, you have got to start now. And I will talk about that a little bit later.
Right, yeah.
I just remember starting it, and it's just like big open desert, and it just looked so boring and bland.
Did you watch
Mad Max?
Did you watch Fury Road?
No.
Okay, so it looks exactly like Fury Road. It's amazing.
Is that the newest one?
Hey, Corey, who plays Mad Max? The originals.
Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Close.
Some other Scientologist.
I have the newest one.
I was expecting to say Mel Brooks.
Oh, yeah. Same difference.
Okay. Man, derailing is just fun.
Wow, that's news to me.
See, all these silences
Just
usually get
mad
taken out.
No, leave it in. Leave it in.
Is that a cat?
It's a daughter.
It wasn't a cow, so.
All right. Yeah.
Whatever it was, it's news to me.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of news.
Okay, there he goes. He got it that time.
He got it that time. Just keep repeating it. It's news to me.
Yeah, I miss it. Well, if you said it the first time, I miss it. So, first news story. This is going to be for all you old peoples. Microsoft Bingo servers are set to close in April.
How dare you, Microsoft?
Frick. I was not expecting that.
It is bingo. We old people like bingo. Right?
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, when I go on vacation, which I couldn't do this year because we spent all this money so I could sit there and play bingo to win like $5. It's so fun to play bingo. When I get older, I'm going to sit in those bingo halls all day and either sneak in or bring in a sandwich and just play bingo all freaking day. It's going to be amazing.
I'm not sure if he's serious or not.
It's food and it's bingo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious.
So when I was really young, I went to Catholic school for first grade. And for whatever reason, they had bingo. It was like the thing you would do. You would kind of get as a fundraiser or whatever. Everyone got together and played bingo. And I remember the big prize that I won was a box of Little Debbie Devil Dogs. Because I'm like,
wow.
I'm thinking Catholic school, Devil Dogs. And I never forgotten that. And those things are delicious.
Now, did you
They still
keep
make
it?
those?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you have it in storage?
Oh, no. I eat those things.
Oh, okay.
Kidding me? You give a kid
they're called
a box full of devil dogs and he's going to
now.
hold on to it till he's 45 or however old? No.
Yeah.
So this is so old, I don't think they're called devil dogs anymore.
Probably not, no.
Oh, we have devil dogs.
Oh, do you? I'm seeing devil creams.
Maybe it was devil
That
cream.
sounds
Actually,
worse.
I went over this with some friends before. Like,
Devil dogs looks like
people
an
don't know what
off-brand
yodels are.
It's a
Little
Drake's
Debbie.
Weird.
cake. Drake's cakes call them devil dogs.
devil
that
dogs,
looks like something you
yodels,
get at
ring
Aldi's.
dings, Fatty fats. Yeah, good stuff.
I don't eat these things. I have no idea what any of this
But
is.
yeah, bingo.
Yeah, bingo. Specifically, April 5th is when this is going to go down.
Now, does that
So
mean if you
started
haven't
this,
started,
make sure you get it finished.
Mm-hmm.
but you might
So
not be able to, right?
So I have a story about this bingo game. I actually have played it.
I was waiting for you to do that. I knew you were going to.
So I started this game in the hospital, I think. Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that's where this was going to start.
So you might notice that you might have the same experience when you have a baby. You spend a lot of time in the hospital just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my Surface, and for the longest time, I think it was the day my daughter was born, because she was born at night. I had my best TA day for a while. And that's because I discovered an achievement world in Minecraft. So Minecraft Windows 10 got done. And I started Microsoft Bingo, and you could get a lot of the starting achievements fairly quickly in the Bingo stuff. So, I just sat there with my Surface and played Bingo in the hospital. So, word to the wise, look for some of these. Try to get this ahead of time. And, well, I guess you have xCloud now. You fancy youngins have any games at your fingertips. So never mind.
I have
all
my
that.
kid, I'll just be playing Game Pass.
Now, looking at the achievement list, I don't see the usual
There's no
12
monthly thing.
bronze medal things. Yeah, but it doesn't look like many people complete this at all.
Well, it's a
you
long
have to
grind.
play a lot. Yeah.
Is it grind or luck-based or both?
It's only
It's
100 hours.
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's RNG.
But they removed it from the store, so if you don't have it, meh.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to check that live right now. This is a new computer. I've never put it on here. I'm going to see if I can still get it from my download history.
Right, like so if it was attached to your account. Now, it's important to note that there's three versions of this. There's the Windows Phone, which who has one of those anymore?
Mike Pitch.
Then there's the Windows 8 version, which I've played, and I think I have a laptop set up just for this purpose. You know, these Win 8 games. And then I have the Win 10, obviously, going as well. Now, I think that if you get an achievement in the Win 8, it's going to just pop in Win 10. Does anyone remember if that's true or not?
I don't know, but I'm not finding it
Doubt
in my
I'll tell you.
list.
Okay. I think that's true. I don't know.
That's probably right.
Two versions
There it
are
is.
out of sync because I guess I was playing while working on the Win 10 version, so I don't know. Okay, Crunchy Goblin says, yes, it does or did. So that is confirmed to at one point in time been true.
And I can confirm if you've downloaded it before, you can download it again.
Nice.
I'm doing so now.
Excellent.
Nice. And
The
also,
Win 8
just to be
version.
clear, the Windows 10, Windows 8, and Windows Phone versions, all three are going down. It's not like it's just a Win 10 version
Right.
going down.
And there's a little bit of time, but you're going to have to be pretty... Yeah, you're going to have to keep on it. 'cause
Now, with this
Yeah,
closure, do you think it's going down because it's not as popular, or do you think they're all going to be going down like the solitaire and the mahjong and whatever else?
Oh, Leave Wordament alone.
Yeah, word.
I mean, this one's so weird that it's, I think that's what it is. It's just not
so
very popular.
Actually, this is interesting. It released 5 years ago tomorrow. And we just got this news today on the October 6th. It released on October 7th, 2015. So, I mean, 5 years. So 5.5 by the time it goes away. That seems enough time for bingo.
It still is kind of interesting that Microsoft shuts these down instead of just letting them go. Like, I can see not supporting them.
Could that possibly cost them
Well,
anything?
I mean, yeah, this is at some point it's costing them money. If I do recall, there's ads aplenty in this game, and I'm just assuming that it's
just like all of theirs. Yeah,
I'm just assuming that it's not generating enough anymore. So best to kill that cow now. But yeah, that is a long notice, so that's at least good. We have till 4. You
have until April
6 months,
5th, which is 6 months. So
yeah, that's plenty of time to get it done, but it will be a grind.
Yeah, TA saying it's an 80 to 100 hour game. So if you have downloaded it before and you've done nothing to it, but you do have access to it, there is time to do it, but not something that you want to hold off on.
Because it is time gated. Like, you get tickets by waiting a certain amount of time. So you're going to,
I did not know
you're
that.
not going to want to just spend like one weekend. Obviously, it'll take longer than a weekend, but it is, since it's time gated and it's friend gated. So find other people that are playing this and just blast them with gifts and get gifts back. It'll give you extra keys. It'll give you extra tickets and stuff like that. So
# general boosting in the Discord, discord.io/AH101.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next piece of news, and this one I'm actually going to throw to Nate since he seems to be the expert with this crap. But DC Universe Online, we get another free character.
Oh yes, we do. So I had a lot of problems with this last time this came around for the last anniversary, getting my account to even load to get the character token, and I had to go back and forth with their help desk for the longest time. Finally got resolved a couple days before the thing closed, and I did get my token, but I never used it.
I remember that.
Yeah. So this one is just a Halloween event, and it's given to you a little bit differently. It doesn't show up in your mailbox. It doesn't show up on your account. You have to log into the game. You then have to push, there's a prompt when you're in the game for special messages to push up on the D-pad. When you do that, you get a little window pops up and it says redeem this, redeem this. There's 3 or 4 things that you're redeeming, like special cosmetics and garbage like that. And then you also get this 225 token. I think you then have to log out of the game and then log back in for it to actually be on your account. So after you redeem it, you have to log out, go back into your account, go back in, and now you can use that token on a character. If you're a freebie guy like me, you haven't put any money into the game, you've only got 2 character slots. So if you've already used freebies from the anniversary giveaways, just delete those because they're no good to you anymore. And to create a new character, make sure you follow all the guidelines on how to build them to get the maximum achievements that you can. You can get 3 achievements per character up until a point. And at that point, I think the last 3 achievements require you to either play the game naturally or only get 1 achievement per 225 token. So yeah, get on that. And I think we're actually going to have another anniversary here shortly. So you should be you should be getting another ticket, this year, I think. So
we normally have it in January. And word to the wise, this one expires October 11th. This one is not open that long. So if you're listening to the podcast day of, get on it. It will not be here next GTAS period next week. So sorry, future Freem. Luckily, current Freem is here in Twitch chat, and so he can learn about that today. But so yeah, you haven't put any money into the game?
No. Why would I? It was completely free.
Yeah,
right?
who would do that?
It's completely free. And if this is like any other MMO, it's probably, I hope, easier to get to level 30 now than it was on the first day, because a lot of times they kind of speed up the XP progression. So I'm hoping that those estimates for, just naturally getting to 30 are way overshot.
Somebody in the Discord said that it's about 15 hours, 15 to 17 hours per character.
Okay.
I put money into the game. So I've never had to delete a character, but
same.
That was just $5 because day one you could not play this game. You had to pay money to get past that queue, and it had promise, but yeah, big MMO is not for me.
Yeah, and it's so bloated now that when you go in to do anything, it's just like you are completely lost. So I say just keep taking these free tokens and don't even play the game. So
I'll be honest, I forgot this was even a thing.
Yeah.
Every year when I go to do these tokens, I'm so confused by what's going on.
I was running
so crazy.
Okay, so apparently there's mailboxes. You have to go find them.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find them, but then there's like in-game mail as well. And that's how you get this token, is through the in-game mail. It's not through an actual mailbox that you run to.
Which is different than previous times. Yeah.
So have fun with that.
So how often do they rotate these characters? Because Volgar's trying to get us to do this for G-Task, and I'm like, I don't want to put another game like that.
So the token is just an instant max character. You pick, like, you have to build the character, and depending on different attributes that you pick, they are related to achievements. So you can specifically target the achievements you're going to get using this token. There's no rotating of anything.
Yeah. The achievements are for like, what's your mobility mode? Are you agile? Can you fly? Can you run fast? I don't remember what the other one is. And then like, who's your mentor? And like Superman, Batman, and then what is your origin story? Like, I got my powers from eating some radioactive cereal, that sort of thing. Or, so you have to make sure that you check all those boxes as you're doing it, or else you're going to waste a token.
Yeah, if the longest strand of the achievements that are the similar are the mentor ones. Everything else you'll get in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 characters, but then it's just every time there's a token, you're going to get one achievement because all you have left is mentors.
So that's it. So get it now, and then hopefully in January you'll get another one, and you'll be really close to being done with the game if you've been doing it the whole time.
Yeah, if you remember. Apparently, I haven't been. I completely forgot about this. I've only got one achievement unlocked. And I put like 18 hours into the game because I've actually played this.
And for that, we love you.
Yeah. All right, but let's continue on. Next news story. It's kind of almost like a little look back on the year and look into the future for Xbox Game Studios. Obviously, the one giant constant complaint for the Xbox One is Xbox has no games. Well, Aaron Greenberg, in a post over on Xbox Wire, said that, this year has actually been fantastic for Xbox first-party games. There's been like 15 different games that have been released, but that also kind of includes different like ports of Halo onto the computer, so that doesn't really count. But there's been at least 10 unique games that have come out this year. Games that have come out is Ori, Bleeding Edge, Gears Tactics, Minecraft Dungeons, Grounded, Flight Simulator, Battletoads, Tell Me Why, Wasteland 3, and Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. So that's actually a pretty good list, and that's okay. So,
it's another cat.
Give me a second. I feel like that's a pretty good list. There's a lot of variety there. In my opinion, it's not what it needs to be. But what are your guys' thoughts? How, judging by that list, what are your thoughts about this year? How do you think it's been so far?
I think it's been a great year, and I like the lineup. Granted, I haven't played all of these, but I can appreciate the variety of games. I also appreciate smaller games. Whenever I see something like, I know Assassin's Creed are probably great games, But if I know it's going to take me 60, 80 hours to play through it, I'm instantly turned off by the game. So I would rather experience more than experience. I'm going to go for quantity over quality, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Now, is that for achievement purposes or reasons, or is that for just time intimidation?
I don't,
because I know we'll put 60 to 80 hours into Rocket
It's not
League.
necessarily for achievements. It's for it's just my personality. As my gaming persona has evolved over the years, I like to experience more. So like I would rather just get a taste of a 12-hour Minecraft Dungeons campaign than spend 60 hours, 70 hours in God of War. That is what I'm assuming is a lot of the same thing over and over, that 60, 70 hours. But I can play 12 hours of Minecraft Dungeons. I can get some Battletoads in. I got Ori over here. I would rather experience all of these things if I can. And my time is valuable and precious.
Precious. Okay. I can respect that. Makes sense.
Like I can see an Assassin's Creed and I'm like, okay, that's going to take me like 3 months of exclusive play. That's a quarter of the year.
I feel that.
Now, I like those long games. I like the Assassin's Creeds. I like the Minecraft Dungeons and things like that. So the other side of the coin for that is that while I still enjoy those, like the Mad Max or whatever with God of War, is that's my main squeeze, right? Like that's the game I'm putting most of my time into. And then I'm also picking and choosing from these Game Pass games that are shorter. So that's how I'm supplementing my gameplay typically. Or at least it was before I was into a whole bunch of contests. Now, recently I haven't been doing so many of the contests because we host them. So I can't win anything. So I have kind of reverted back to my old play style, which is one main game or two main games, and then just a lot of side stuff. Like the game I was just playing. That's sort of, these quick one-offs that are just fun experiences. They don't mean anything. They don't mean anything, Max. They don't mean anything. So you're the one I care about. So that's what I go back to. And so the fact that we get so many different things is great. I love it. And I'm looking at what's coming in the future, and those look really good too, except for that Halo Infinite one that looks like garbage.
Hey.
What?
Sorry. Don't get ahead of us now. Don't get ahead of me now.
Sorry. Jumping.
It's vaporware.
That's a callback. So in the report that he gave to Xbox Wire, he also kind of mentioned a few other things. One of the stats that they've taken is Xbox players have spent a crazy 1.66 billion with a B hours in first party titles this year alone. That's a lot. That's a lot to be able to just playing, in just the first party titles. That's not like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. And then, we've had some very highly critically acclaimed games like Ori and Flight Simulator have come to the Microsoft platforms. And, there's also been some good news with, Sea of Thieves, as it's just crossed its 15 million player mark. And Grounded, which is still in not beta, preview. That just crossed 1 million players. So things are looking up for Xbox, which is fantastic, as this generation has been basically a giant kick in the crotch.
Another part of it is I just kind of looked up a list of PlayStation exclusives, and I'm seeing like Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2. There's a Yakuza in there. Almost none of their exclusives appeal to me. They're very Japanesey. That's not my style. I could care less about Final Fantasy, to be honest. So a lot of their stuff. yeah, I would play it if it had console commands. But what I'm getting at is, like, to me, most of their stuff kind of falls into the same quadrant of like game styles, and I would rather not play them. So I'm fine with them being exclusive over there and getting this huge variety. Like you said, Flight Simulator to Ori to funky Battletoads
to Age of Empires, Wasteland.
Right.
Lots of variety.
Each of those games is a different genre and has a different art style and different whatever. I don't know.
That's true. One thing that has been a big differential with the Xbox exclusives to the PlayStation exclusives. If you like single-player, story-driven games, there's almost no reason to have an Xbox, because all those games are on PlayStation, and all the ones that are on Xbox are also on PlayStation. However, if you like your multiplayer games and variety, Xbox there is actually a compelling argument to get an Xbox. But with that, the other thing that this little graphic that I'm looking at has is that we have a growing lineup of games, and we're looking forward to a bunch. Those games, like what Nate was saying, Halo Infinite, Fable, Forza Motorsport, Avowed, Senua's Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Dumb title. What is with Microsoft and dumb titles? Everwild, State of Decay 3, As Dusk Falls, Psychonauts 2, and Age of Empires 4. Now, those are titles that I am looking forward to. There is a lot to look forward to, but unfortunately, a lot of them won't be here for a while.
But when they will be, we will get them on Game Pass. So
yes, like those 10 things I just listed right there. That's worth the price of admission for Game Pass.
See, even those, because I'm looking at the same graphic, the 10 this year appeal to me more than the 10 the next go around. There are some heavy hitters in that one, but just looking at the cover art, you can kind of see like where stuff looks the same. The biggest ones in those for me are Fable and Psychonauts 2, and then I still need to see more of Everwild. But
okay, that's what I was wondering.
Obviously, the rest of them kind of blend together for me.
I can see that.
But that's why I play a lot of indies, and they give me that variety that I crave.
And the other thing is, there are other titles that have not been announced yet. This is just what we know.
Right.
I mean, especially now
Bingo.
that Microsoft has acquired ZeniMax.
Uh-oh.
There is now 25 first-party studios. There's going to be games galore coming here soon.
And they said they're not done. So they're going to buy some more people. Drinkbox. Get Drinkbox. Get Drinkbox.
Drinkbox now.
Do they own Moon Studios?
Guacamelee 3 with 4-player online co-op.
Yeah, they should definitely pick them up.
They should get Moon Studios. Although they're moving on to something else. Some sort of RPG-ish type thing. So
yeah.
It's remarkable that they don't own Moon Studios. Like, that seems like such an obvious acquisition.
Drinkbox, Moon, they need...
What has Drinkbox done? I am drawing a blank.
How
dare you?
I knew I was going to get that. I am drawing
Guacamelee. Come on now.
They should buy Devolver Digital, which is more of a publisher. But
dude, I would love for them to get Devolver.
Guacamelee. I said it. Guacamelee.
I figured. I mean, okay. That was one I was sitting there thinking, like, was that Drinkbox? Wasn't it? I couldn't remember.
Who's the developer
you need to know.
Just did Hades?
That's the Bastion people. Supergiant?
Yes, Supergiant. Come on. Lock down Supergiant and force them to make Xbox games. I know that they have kind of some bad blood.
Too. They have several good exclusive, good IPs.
They do, but I think they have bad blood with Xbox. So it would be nice if we could just buy them and force them to make awesome Xbox games.
So let's ask this question. If you could have Microsoft buy one studio and their games are now exclusive, what would it be? And the crazy part is, when we would ask this question before, we would say, I would say Bethesda, but that was always this pie in the sky, like, oh no, they'll never do that. That's too big. Microsoft would never spend that money. Well, they bought Bethesda, so really almost anything is on the table right now for acquisitions. What would you guys want the one studio for them to buy?
Square Enix.
See, that's a big pass for me.
Yeah.
They make nothing good.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but
Wow.
yeah, it's a big pass, though.
Wow.
Corey?
Tomb Raider, which is the
Square
sequel
Enix
to
is my-
Elena
is what
Temple.
mine.
You can't throw that
Amazing.
on me like that.
Okay.
I know. I just thought of it.
I mean, I would just have to defer to Moon
was easy.
Studios or something.
Yeah, Moon's a big get.
You could say
and then-
Redalika.
I mean, if we're just playing pie in the sky here, I want them to steal. I want them to poach Insomniac.
Yeah. If they could, Insomniac would be a good get. Because I really, really want Sunset Overdrive 2.
God, if that becomes a PlayStation exclusive, I'm going to be so sad.
That's
and I
like
know
a
it is.
20 to 30 hour
I know it
game.
is.
Corey,
I
did you sink your teeth
One
into
hope.
that one?
I'm hoping it's not.
What if they got Radalika and we got all Radalikas in Game Pass? Think of the TAD.
Oh, boy. Yeah, the
Dude.
rats. Why not?
That would be nuts. G-Task would be crazy each year. No.
Did you hear what I said, Corey?
No, I did not.
Oh, I was saying Sunset Overdrive is a longish game. Did you sink your teeth into that one, or is that a good length for you?
That one's
That's got to
like
be 15, 20 plus
hours,
hours.
no
That's-
more.
That's long.
Like that's like a good ceiling for games.
All right.
And that's completion. The main story
Yeah.
doesn't take you that long. It's like the
Yeah.
Batman, the Arkham games.
Yeah, you could just beat them.
The completion time is stupid, but you don't have to complete a game. Play the
Right.
story, and
Whoa.
you're good.
All right. Well, enough of buying or Microsoft buying. What are you guys going to be buying this week? Corey, I see that you have of nothing of interest. Elle, what are you recommending?
Not too much tickled my fancy this week. There's a lot of we'll let Nate get into that. I like Doodle God games because I like gaming on my laptop
During work hours.
during work hours. This is one game where I will say yes, use a guide because you're not going to know what the hell you're doing otherwise. But definitely play on a laptop that has touch screen capabilities, and you will have a good time with this one. And reading the awful translations. Doodle God Crime City is $6, normally $15. That's about 2 to 3 hours. And I also was looking at a game called Hyper Jam, which escaped me. I don't remember
I played
this
that.
one. It looks like a 1 hour completion, 0 to 1 hour, $7.50 instead of $15.
Way better than
Looks like a
Paperbound
shooty.
Brawlers.
Because you don't need 4 controllers, or do you?
You do have to win a 4-player match, but it's just that's an easy one.
Oh.
Well, this is action and the other one's
Was it
fighting, so
fun?
it's totally different.
Well, easy completion is an easy completion. Nate.
Yes. So I talked about it earlier. Mad Max. It's
Oh, you
on
haven't
sale.
mentioned that one.
I think it was originally a $60 game, but it's currently $20 normally today, and all this week it's $10. However, we talked about this multiple times. There is a server closure happening October 31st, and if you decide to get in on this and you are a completionist, you need to do it right away. You need to be building your scrap crew, and you need to be not messing up any progression. Not locking yourself out of things while you're solely focused on not playing the game so that your idle time can add up and you can get all this scrap done. If you only have one scrap crew, it's going to take you 15 days if you're perfect with it and you're being very focused on collecting, saving, logging out, being done with it. If you have 2 crews, it's going to take you about 7.5 to 8 days. Like I said, if you start right now, you can get it done. But you're going to want to be careful. Once you've done that, you make multiple saves, and then you can play and actually enjoy this gem of a game that is, for some reason, overlooked. Yeah, it's 2,299 TA. It's 1,000 gamer score, and it says it takes about 60 to 80 hours. So Corey says no.
I own this game too, and have started it.
Then there's some Lego games that look interesting. They've kind of hit the sweet spot. Lego Incredibles is $15 down from $60. I'd love for it to be at $10, but $15, I'm thinking about it. There's no DLC for that one, so it's just 1,000 gamer score and 1474 TA. Then there's the Lego DC Supervillains Definitive Edition, which is $19 down from $75.
Now
so
this one, yeah. I've been on a DC kick, and you got me interested now with this one.
Okay, so that to me is a $5 game with a $15 season pass. It is 1,300 gamer score with worth 2,498 TA, and I think they're estimating it at 35 to 40 hours. Oh, sorry,
you lost me.
Lego Incredibles was estimated at 20 to 25 hours.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's simply because you have to play every level twice, right? And then grind for bricks or coins or something?
Probably. I think that the later games got a little bit better at that. I haven't been playing too many of the modern ones. When I'm playing the old ones because I'm trying to get to the
Lego
backlog.
Batman 3 for what seems like 4 years now. I just can't. I can't go back to it. I don't know why.
Well, and finally, the last thing I want to point out from the sales is Shiny. This game is $1.50 down from $15. I feel like I mentioned this before a year ago or something. It had a discontinued. However, just recently, the developer finally patched it. The game is completable. There is one completion on the site. I think it's Carnage. I'm not sure. It's basically a platformer. It looks like a run-of-the-mill platformer, maybe slightly better looking than most platformers. I don't think it's going to blow you away, but $1.50 and something that a lot of people maybe played and gave up on. Might want to check it out.
So there's 17 completions.
Yeah.
And I've heard that it could be 3 to 4 hours, but it's very skill dependent. So if you're not good at platformers, it's probably not completable. Or
Redemption
it's going to take you a long time. Redemption is a gaming god, so...
Carnage is not, but he's the one that brought it to everyone's attention.
Yeah, I guess, that's probably what I'm remembering.
Elroy hasn't completed it, and so if Elroy can't do it, none of us can.
I feel like there's at least 17 people that can do it.
Where's the woo? It's a platformer.
Oh, yeah, all the regulars are here. You got Momi, Redemption, of course.
Visale.
Quick, don't be selling. It kind of reminds me of Planet of the Eyes, looking at the screenshots.
I think it looks a little better than that, but...
Yeah, well, it does. I'm just talking about the level design, the fact that you're like a little robot running.
If you can pull it off, and especially in that time frame, it would be good points for something like G-Task.
Speaking of G-Task.
Ooh!
Yeah. Bingo.
G-Task way.
Go for it, Corey.
I don't pay attention to this thing. So G-Task is underway. It's finally started. We are in period 1. We are going to track everybody that is friends with the AH101 account. So if you aren't friends with that account, please send a friend request over on TA, and we will be tracking all the losers. Then when we get to it, the winners a little bit more closely. But there's a ton of teams, ton of individuals. If you are in it, just remember that you need to make it to week 4 on the individual side. You don't even have to be on a team to get the community badge. And yeah, I can't believe it's that time of year again. It's already like the first 24 hours. It's like I was already negative TA. The site the site broke for basically a day in regards to the G-Test leaderboards. I should not be concerned. I shouldn't even be concerned in the first 2 weeks, but like that process has already started. Like, okay, let's earmark this game with good TAD and bookmark it to the side. I better play this one. It's going out of Game Pass. So actually that I found one that I hadn't done. It's leaving Game Pass. I got to do that within the next week.
Oh, that reminds me.
And so I'm that evil mistress of G-Task is back at our doorsteps. Are any of you guys participating? I assume
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
For the badge.
Badging
Except
out.
for Kenny. Badging out.
Who's on your team, Nate?
Oh, who's on my team? That's a great question. It is Fresh 336669, Spanky and Spronkle, and team leader Death Dealers, I believe.
Oh, well, you should win.
And what's your team called? Do you remember?
Of course I remember these sorts of things. It's Spank My Fresh Moose to death.
That's amazing.
Oh,
That's
man.
Yes, I think it was 3-man teams last year, so they had a variation of that. And when these guys pulled me in, they renamed it to Spank My Fresh Moose. So, to death.
Brilliant. What about you, L?
Oh, man. I am on a team with Michelle,
Oh, surprise.
Toadstyle Venom, and
Surprise.
Vulgar Latin.
He's a new one.
And we are we are Washington Gamer Score team. And we
Washington. What are those?
I get that reference.
WGT?
I know Corey doesn't get that reference, but everyone else.
I don't get that reference.
That's also a fantastic team name.
It's a sports
Thank
thing.
you.
Okay.
Corey, I know you heard that they dropped the Redskins, and they just called it. They're now just going to be Washington Football Team. I know you've heard of this.
I thought Washington
be
had the
that
Seattle Seahawks.
All right, go back to your hole.
Gosh.
Thank you.
Did you say
All right,
what your
Corey,
team is?
What's on your team?
No, I
What's the
did
name?
not. So I told them like I can fill a spot. I'm badge and out, and I'm not going to be out, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's too stressful. And at least 2/3 of the team assured me that they were not going to go super hard on it this year. So I have joined forces with Prue, Kronos, and J Black, and we are the unpronounceable horsemen of the rock apocalypse.
No,
Okay.
that's a mouthful.
Because if you recall, all of their names are a little different in how you say it, and so they had names you can't pronounce. Is what was their name last year. So they kept with the unpronounceable theme, and they threw me in there best they could.
Now, have you guys still been playing together? You played Minecraft Dungeons and Borderlands 3. Any other bad games to go with those two awful games?
Yes, we still play every Friday, and we just recompleted Borderlands 3. We now have to recomplete Minecraft Dungeons now that DLC is out. And then our current ongoing game is Torchlight 2.
So I have a question for GTAS.
I quickly wanted to thank Alex Ardives for helping a lot of people find their soulmates on Find G-Task Partners. You did an excellent job.
You the best, Alex. So about that question.
Which
one
was?
One of the things that's been going on now is the Hall of Fame. And I guess we'll talk about that in a second. But everyone's going for high scores in their country. Has that affected G-Task this first week, any?
So I don't think that that's affecting G-Task because those people are going for gamer score, which typically does not relate to a lot of TA difference. Plus, we're in the first week. As of right now, day 2, you can, at least as of earlier, you can actually have a negative TA score and still be safe.
Oh, wow, really?
I don't know if that's going to be the case at cutoff, but it will probably be pretty low to where you actually don't have to put in a lot of effort. I would even go as far in saying that the first 2 weeks for most people in our community, it's probably not much different, if at all, from their normal play style.
Okay.
What is affecting more so is the Hall of Fame punch card that we mentioned last week. Did you catch that, Fufu, on those details? Yeah, so basically
punch
with
card
the
to get 10,000 points.
Right, yeah. Every gamer score point is related to a Microsoft Rewards point. And so if you haven't yet received or earned those 10,000 points, you still have a little bit of time left. And like I mentioned before, that is usually not does not go along with G-Task True Achievement difference points very well. So luckily it's at the start of the competition and not week 4.
I want to point out there was also a Special Olympics punch card that was hidden in the show all punch cards. If you're doing that from the rewards app, and it's one of those things where when you get all of the points, you basically just donate them back. So I think, the net result is 0 to your account. But, if you feel like, you want to have a little,
Why did Vulgar tell me in Discord I can get 2,000 points?
Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ones that you can do. But I think that one, the net result is 0. But, I mean, if you're getting achievements anyway, you might as well. Why not?
They did this last year, and I could be wrong or remembering this wrong, but what it was is at the end of it, or you would do all the different things, you would earn 2,000 rewards points, and then the idea is to then donate 1,000 rewards points, so then Microsoft donates $1 to the Special Olympics. Or you could, be stingy like myself. I'm not gonna hide it. You all know I did it. You could just keep the 1,000 points and get a free 2K rewards points.
I hope you enjoyed your blood money.
I did. It was fantastic.
$2 of blood money.
It bought me something. I have no idea what it bought me.
Half of a meat canoe?
Probably.
I think we're calling it a cheese parachute this year.
Yeah, because it's the stacker. Credit to Freem on that one. I like the cheese parachute. But yeah. Oh, and then the other contest that's going on is Leapfrog.
Basically, there are too many people that follow our account that are still in it. So to name off, I think we're up to like day 23, day 24.
Yeah, I think it's 23.
And there's like over 300 people left in this contest. Y'all are nuts.
I mean, it's really not that much.
Every single
day. I'm not
day.
in it anymore, but it's still not that
well,
much.
Considering they've been doing it every day and today is 23.
I mean, yeah, for a month straight. Yeah, I'll give it that.
Yeah, unlocking 23 achievements, sure. Even a FuFu can do that. But unlocking 23 achievements on top of 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, so on and so forth, consecutively for those days, that's a lot of achievements. That's crazy.
Well, maybe you should start doing that.
And trying to unlock achievements that aren't going to give you massive decay for other, for the G-Task and such. So you have to be very careful.
Think about that.
You have to pay attention. You have to do your homework, or you can shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, well, good luck to everyone still in it.
Y'all are nuts.
Definitely.
That's a compliment, but y'all are nuts.
I think Mental Knight has it in the bag. That's what I think.
How far do you guys think? How long do you guys think this is going to go for?
At least another day.
Wow.
That
more Price is Right scoring. I'm going to say 112 days. Probably more.
That would be nuts. I was thinking like 60.
No. Go for it, Corey. Give a guess.
Definitely more than 100. Absolutely.
That's impressive.
Let's see. So that's almost 2 more months. I don't know. We could see it go into 2021.
There's no way.
I don't think we're going to have a 2021, but okay.
I don't know how that would be possible.
Well, people surprise you.
The winner's going to get TA Pro for life, basically.
I just hope they do a really good detailed stat breakdown when it's all done. Like,
oh, they better.
This is how they did this and kept a job.
Oh, Corey, you said that Minute was a top one? Well, you said Slayaway Camp, right?
That was for G-Task. Yeah. A lot of people playing Slayaway Camp.
I was going to say I need to do Minute before it goes away from Game Pass. That's what you reminded me earlier.
Yeah, that is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. Well, last contest, as always, Gamertag Challenge. Nate, give us a wrap up.
Yes. So we had the gamertag challenge for the month of September, and our gamertag was Hatton90. We had, let me pull it up here. We had 19 participants. We had 136 letters were earned. We had 13 bonus games played, and the bonus game, I believe, was something from the Forza Horizon series. Don't have that up right now. Our max draws were set at 343. And our winner is Cabo73. Who won it with the Bear 8. So he got, he or she got the 8 letters in Hatton90, and that's all they got. They didn't get any bonuses, and that's what they won with. So congratulations. Our gamertag challenge for the month of October is Dark Lord Davis, also known as Dino Bull, but for the purposes of this contest, you will be spelling Dark Lord Davis. His chosen game is the Amnesia Collection.
I just saw this bonus.
Need to get an achievement in this game or have the previous completion in it. And the bonus is Swear Jar. Any achievement containing a swear word or a censored swear word is equal to 1 draw, limit 1 per game.
Who came up with this? That's amazing.
Yeah. Have you looked up potential candidates for that one?
No, people can just.
I'm just curious how many exist out there. I guess hell is probably
it's
pretty common.
Be common.
Yeah. Also, we want the word. We don't want it we don't want hell to be flagged for shell or something like that. It needs to be. Yeah. They're going for that, hellish. Okay, sure. And we've already given the okay to bloody. So for our people overseas, bloody is a swear, so we'll allow it.
That's amazing.
One other thing I should point out for last. I'm
sorry. Who thought of this bonus real quick?
This is me, but
that's brilliant. I love it.
So last month, I just want to point out that our bonus was the Hatton trick, where you are basically creating a leaderboard that you get top 10 in. Just to be impressive. And that was worth 5 points. Our most common combination were people that were picking either Windows Phone or PC and card and board games. So if you guys want to do well on a leaderboard, some combination of that was probably the most popular pick. I thought that was interesting.
And here I would have thought it was bull riding.
That's a tough leaderboard to climb. But you don't have a lot of options.
That is true. All right. Well, with that, let's take it into the final segment for us, and that is hashtag brag.
Proclamation point.
Wait.
Did you skip
wait
something?
Wait a minute. Sorry.
You forgot our favorite people in the whole world.
Thank you for that highlight on the doc. I totally accidentally skipped over that. We have a patron drawing. As he makes that really, really big. I see it. I'm blind, hence the glasses. I'm not that blind. Holy, that is big.
That's what she said.
Isolate that.
There's the intro.
I'll put that up on your screen.
But yes, the patron drawing for this month is going to Mental Knight.
The 5th. Congrats, buddy. And he's in chat.
And he's in chat. He's with us live.
Or is he?
We did not plan that.
He was.
Thank you, Mental Knight, for supporting the show. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Mental Knight. Thank you, every patron.
I was getting to that.
If you want to be
thank you all patrons for supporting the show. We greatly appreciate it. The patrons are the ones that keep this going, and we get to do more. And if you would like to be in the drawing for our patron draw next month, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/achievementhunting101. You can get in with that for just a couple of dollars a month for the price of a cup of coffee. All right. Now it's time for Brad Camp.
Take it away, myself.
There you go.
All right. For completions, we have the Alpha Seagull. He has completed 50 games. Remember, that is our newcomer to Xbox in general, so that is pretty cool. High Road V2 has hit 300 completed games, and Elroy OMJ,
love that dude,
has hit 700 completed games. For completion percentage, Mike 0 has hit 37%. Soundwave Core at 55%. Waka, as he is going on his Hall of Fame Gamerscore meltdown. Expedition. He's at 76%. Wow. Kingsman 2625 is at 78.999999%, but we'll round that up to 79. Wow. And Skeptical Mario is at 83 completion percentage.
Quite crazy.
Yes. In ratio, I see you guys have pared everything down for me, so I'll be done in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. In ratio, Johnny Delicious has a new milestone of 1.7 TA ratio. In streaks, Chewy on Ice is currently on a 25-day win streak, and Elroy OMJ,
love that guy,
is on a 1,150-day win streak.
Now, Koosh, did you ever shake a lamb's tail?
I am not going to answer that on air.
He did 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
I'd like to look up the origin of that one, see where that came from.
It wasn't me.
Go for it, Foof.
Oh, boy. The Alpha Seagull has reached a new milestone of 1,500 achievements won. Retro Chief 1969, 7,000 achievements won. X Neo 21X, 13,500 achievements won. High Road Vatu, 14,000. Chewy on Ice, 19,500. And Waka, destroying them all with 26,500 achievements won. That is so many. The Alpha Seagull, once again, has reached a new milestone of 60,000 gamer score. And Officer Zero has reached 550,000 gamer score.
EL Sock has reached 300,000 TA score. Wheezy Fuzz, 600,000 TA score. Dunkos, 700,000 TA score. And High Road V2, 900,000 TA score. The Alpha Seagull is now in the top 20,000 for the TA leaderboard for shoot 'em ups. And he was very cute in the chat. He let us know that he completed a Plague Tale Innocence. Thanks for letting us know. That is quite an accomplishment. Dunkos, happy birthday. It is your birthday. Vulgar, happy birthday. Tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Time travel's weird. Happy birthday, guys.
Carpe Adam says something about missing his 5,000 achievements won. You know. Okay,
what's it in the milestones?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nate put these together. Blame him.
I did not put them together.
Might have been after the page break.
No, the correct answer is I wouldn't say we missed it.
I would blame the trimmer first.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't see you in the list. But you know what? If you say that you got 5,000 achievements won, well, gosh darn it! Congratulations to Carpe Adam 79 for 5,000 achievements won.
Good on you, buddy.
Wow! Wow!
Wow!
Wow!
Wow!
Wow!
Okay, this is going off the rails.
That's our entire podcast. It's nothing.
We've got no script. It's gone.
All right. Well, with that, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining us in Twitch, Derailing L and the show, throwing in your commentary. I appreciate it. Once again, if you are listening to this on audio, be sure to follow and subscribe, please, to our Twitch, Achievement Hunting 101, or not Achievement Hunting 101. That's too much to spell on Twitch. AH 101. That's much easier. Be sure to send us Twitter tweets on the Twitter at Achievements101. Once again, join the Discord, discord.gg. We got a special one right now, /AH101. And finally, patreon.com/achievementhunting101. And apparently I said something wrong.
No, you're good.
Oh. Nope, I see it in chat. All right. Yeah, that's yeah. More reason to jump in when we go live.
Don't stop the stream, Kenny.
Don't stop the
Don't stop. Finish this and don't stop the stream.
Don't stop the signal. You can't stop the signal, Mel.
Thank you all for listening. Class is dismissed.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, don't stop. Yeah, bye.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Frontal lobe in my throat. We're back for that sweet, sweet CCC action, bringing you all the results from September's challenges and giving you all the thrilling information on what October has in store. And just a warning, the following segment features extreme tension, peril, injury detail, depictions of cannibalism, and serious ass-kicking, so parental discretion is advised. Our main event for September was envisioned by one of the stars of our community challenges of late, Chesno. He created the Shiba Dojo Punch Club, which was a fighting game challenge for most TA in the genre, excluding ACA titles. Bonus points would also be awarded through actual head-to-head matches in games. 19 community members signed up to the club, and the scoring ranged from bloody loads to barely anything at all. At the bottom end of the scale is KooshMoose, who managed to avoid playing any of the relevant games or joining in with any matchups, giving him a great big 0 and earning him the title of Epic Jobber of the Month. Before we get into the TA score, let's focus on the matchups. 14 fights took place across the month, with Ahizo, Fug and myself getting involved in 3, whilst others managed just 1 or 2. Matches took place across lots of different series, including Killer Instinct, Injustice, Virtua Fighter, Power Rangers, and Girl Fight. Based on a win being worth 100 points and a loss being 25, the top of the table had myself and Fug with 150 points, Lego Head and MDP with 200, and Ahizo sitting at the top with 225 points. Those top players received additional bonuses of 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000 points. On the straight scoring side of things, people pulled in a total of 60,335 TA in 42 different games. The most played game by far was Killer Instinct, which accounted for over 28,000 TA from 11 different players. Injustice 1 and Mortal Kombat X were the second and third most popular games. Our top 5 had MDP with 5,100 TA, Fug with 5,644, and Mario with 5,666, all clustered together. Way out in front were AZ Mongoose with a stonking 12,929, and our master black belt himself, Chesno, with 12,963. No surprise when the man played 30 different games. But what happens when we take that score and factor in the head-to-head bonus score? Well, not much. The head-to-head winner, Ahizo, only earned 19 TA, so his bonus takes him from the bottom to somewhere in the middle. There's a lot of shuffling lower down the table, and MDP moves up from 5th to 3rd, but the top 2 remain unchanged, with Chesno still taking the edge over Mongoose. It was a fix the whole time, just an excuse for Chesno to exert his dominance over us puny initiates. Though to be fair, Mongoose did put in a mammoth effort that must have had the master sweating. Elsewhere in September, our 2 Rumble in the Jablungle Iron Men, Chin Doctor and Icefire TN challenged each other to most gamer score in Game Pass titles only. After pulling in a decent lead early in the month with games like Streets of Rage 4, The Tourist and Tell Me Why, Chin Doctor held on to the top spot, despite Icefire's full completion in New Super Lucky's Tale. Chin kept pushing with score in multiple different games, but Icefire stepped back, with his tail between his legs, and scored just a little here and there in Destiny 2, ending the month with just 1,445 to Chin's dominant 4,970. That win lines up Chin to take on whoever wins this month's title match. My 4-month-long skateboarding challenge with rawkerdude and FuFu finally came to an end in September with the release of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. We all dug into the game, meaning even FuFu managed to pull in some score for the challenge. He got 185 gamer score in the game, which when added to his 25 from the previous months, landed him on a total of 210. Meanwhile, I grabbed 535 gamer score in the new game, but also hopped around in a bunch of older Tony Hawk's and Skate titles, as well as Skater XL. I ended up with 1,420 just in September, which was then added to my previous total, giving me 2,105 for the whole challenge. With all my extra scoring, I thought I had it in the bag, despite Rawker getting a higher 750 gamer score in the new game. Then he snuck in a spot of Tony Hawk's 5 and Project 8 right at the end of the month to sneak the win away from me, taking a total of 2,510 in the end. The bastard. Finally, we had an eagerly anticipated head-to-head first-person shooter battle between Death Dealers and rawkerdude. The game they chose to face off in was Titanfall 2, and they streamed the whole thing for our viewing pleasure. Unfortunately, due to time zones, I was tucked up in bed at the time, but our special correspondent Alex R. Davis saw the whole thing and is able to join us now with the highlights.
Thank you very much. I'm here live 2 weeks after the event to tell you exactly how it went down. There'd been talk about this for so long, since the end of August when we had a podcast and Corey made the ridiculous claim that
she won't face me in a first-person shooter game. I tried to face her and she just won't do it.
Now, Death was having none of that at all. She listened to the podcast, complained immediately in the Discord, and we were on a collision course for finally having an FPS battle. We played in Titanfall, which, if you've not seen it, is an absolutely wonderfully mobile shooter because you're double jumping around the place, wall running around the place. And although Death hadn't played this in a while, she embraced that immediately and she was zipping all over the map, just as you should. And Rawker, to begin with, was a bit taken aback by this. He actually accused her of flying and cheating until the chat helped him out a little bit. But once he realized that, double jumping was a thing in this game and that being mobile was the thing, actually, he got a lot sharper, a lot quicker. There were some amazing moments with grenades. So firstly, Rawker's second kill, and Death is like 5-2 up already at this point. She lobs a grenade. He takes her out. He runs in to teabag her dead body because he's so excited to have got a kill. And then her grenade goes off and kills him as well. And then he thinks, right, okay, I'm going to get my own back. He tries his own grenades. They look a bit odd because it's Titanfall, it's flashy, etc. He says to the chat, mine doesn't look like a grenade. So we thought, we'll try it, right? He can't be this stupid, but we'll try it. And we said, if you really want to know whether it's a grenade, what you need to do is hit right bumper and throw one right at your feet and see what it looks like. It blew up completely in his face, of course, died completely. But as a suicide, it didn't seem to count against the score. As much as we were having lots of fun, and both the players seemed to be having lots of fun as well, actually, he was doing a better job than we expected. And after figuring out the jump button and the grenade button and all that stuff, and after Death had wiped the floor with him in the first match, they had a second match, and it was really super close. Like, Rawker was so focused, he picked up on these pulse blades, which are basically radar knives you throw around a corner to see around walls. And he used them again and again to see Death coming. And so then he would wait at the corner, she'd come round, he'd know she's coming. And that one got to 9 all before Death got the deciding kill. They tried some melee-only matches, which is wonderful to watch in Titanfall because they are zipping and wall running all over the place. Those finished 1 all. So Rawker had a proper, legit win in the melee-only match, which tells me that Rawker plays best in shooting games when you're not allowed to use guns. And they had a Titan brawl, which is where they both jumped in their massive armoured suits and just shot each other to pieces. And that went 3-1 to Death as well. But again, Rawks took a match. So in the end, we'd all signed up. We'd all barreled in to watch the blackguard get taught a lesson, effectively, to see Rawker's boasts from the podcast come back to haunt him. But actually, that wasn't what we saw. We saw 2 people having tons of fun, They were both great. No question, Death Dealers was better, right? And she wasn't even necessarily taking it that seriously. She was having fun, trying new stuff, just generally hanging out and loving playing shooters. She was way better, but Waka was way better than we expected, and it was a proper match. She got properly pushed, and I tell you what, they would both beat me. No questions asked. That's about it.
Thank you, Alex. If anyone wants to watch the battle back, head over to twitch.tv/AH101. This was a really popular battle, so if anyone else wants to challenge people in games, it could make for some really fun future challenges. Now we move on to October, where we only have one individual challenge to report, but that's because we have two massive community events running. The first community event is the Scary Game Spooktacular. For this challenge, people just need to play games that are thematically horror. So not just ones that are genre tagged as survival horror and action horror on TA. Walking sims like The Park, action games like Emily Wants to Play, shooters like The Darkness, and even cutesy RPGs like Costume Quest all count. We're even extending scoring to horror modes and DLC in non-horror games, such as the zombie modes in Call of Duty games, and the Hangry Horde DLC in Overcooked 2. I've provided a link in the Discord to a spreadsheet where you can see a list of all the pre-approved games, but if you want to check if something counts, or just let me know what you've played, drop a message in the CCC channel. The second big community event is the Zombie Apocalypse. As you will have probably realised from a couple of episodes back, the CCC committee of myself, Vulgar Latin and J-Black have been unfortunately zombified, and we'll be spreading our gift across the community throughout the month. Every 3 days, any of the 80 plus community members subscribed to the CCC channel will be at risk of being zombified. To survive, they must earn more gamer score than the average gamer score of the zombies for that period. As the month progresses, the zombie horde will grow and grow, and the survivors will have to figure out what to score in order to fight for their lives. To keep the zombie score high, any zombies who earn nothing in a period will starve to death and their scores will no longer count for the rest of the month. The event will end if all survivors are turned into zombies, or if at the end of the month some survivors end up making it. The cutoff for scoring is midnight UTC every 3 days, and I'll be posting the results the following day. We've already had 2 infections that have seen the survivors decimated from 81 to 28. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one progresses, and we may have a few special surprises for you in store. Finally, our Rumble in the Jablungle winner and Elroy defeating CCC champion Triple Triad 777 is taking on the King of the Red Ring Victor Mental Knight in a new type of match that we're calling Escalation. The scoring works by looking at the gamer score earned for each day. If someone earns more than the previous day, the score is multiplied by 1.5, but if they earn less than the previous day, the score is halved. The aim is to keep them pushing higher and higher with minimal tactical drops. Who will make it to the top to claim the championship? Tune in next month to find out. Now, where was I? Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm Waka, and I've got a dual Ratalaika review for you. First up is Jet Set Knights by Fobte Interactive, a single-screen arena brawler with a tiny bit of tower defense thrown into the mix. Waves of enemies spawn at the top of the screen and work their way down to the bottom, where a helpless princess awaits her eventual demise. The game ends if you run out of lives or a single one of the monsters reach the princess. Most levels allow you to build magical turrets to help you out, and all of them let you build barricades on both sides of the princess. Waves start out slow, but the enemies move faster the further you go. You only need to get to the 5th wave of 5 different stages and defeat the level's boss to get all the achievements. The bosses are not very difficult, but if you die, you'll have to start over from the beginning again. The safest way to defeat the bosses is keeping your distance, learning their patterns, and then abuse the frequently spawning power-ups to safely vanquish the bosses. Jet Set Knights has 12 achievements worth 1000 game score and 1100 TA, with the TA ratio being upped by one exceptionally grindy achievement. Well, grindy by Ratalaika standards at least. After getting all the other achievements on the list in 40 minutes, it took me 1 extra hour to grind the 1000 coins achievement. This achievement is a pain and might be glitchy. It might be that you have to pick up 1000 coins and not items valued 1000 coins, as I had picked up many thousands of coin value before the achievement finally unlocked. Another negative is that the game does not offer achievement tracking. Jet Set Knights is priced at $10, which I consider too much for what the game offers. The fun I had for the first hour quickly waned as I unexcited grinded out the coins for the final achievement. I wouldn't recommend Jet Set Knights unless you are desperate for gamer score, awarding it 2 giant octopi out of 5. Next up is Zero Golf. I'm not much of a fan of golf games. Thankfully, Zero Golf by Colin Lane and Brad Erkela is not a typical golf game. It is more of a light puzzle platformer. It is as if a traditional golf game and Super Meat Boy ended up in a blender and resulted in Golf Zero. Each level has you platforming until you find the golf hole. You have 3 golf balls per level, one of which has to end up in the hole to win the level. You can hit the balls from anywhere, including in midair, which will slow down time as you aim. Balls can also be used to take out enemies and hit switches, but as you only have 3 balls, you'll have to make sure you can keep at least 1 for the hole. It doesn't matter if your character die as long as you get a ball in the hole. You frequently have to sacrifice yourself to sink the ball in the hole. The platforming can be somewhat tricky, and while most levels are easy to figure out, I was stumped on one for a while as I didn't realize hitting an enemy sped up the ball. Golf Zero has 11 achievements worth 1000 game score and 1077 TA and sells for $5. I completed the achievement list in less than an hour and had a good time doing so, and I expect most platforming fans would feel the same. I award Golf Zero 4 balls out of 5. Have a nice day, everyone.